This is your lineup for our late model main event. Starting on the pole is 84 of Crisco. Behind, or on the outside of him rather, is Radeski in the 65. And the 96 is Kwame, and 88 is Westfall, and an 80 is Noggle. Kevin Kwame is also in this lineup. I do believe he's starting 7th. And here he is. The Rain Energy Drink car. The cars are fired up. Here's our start. Which appears to be clean. Let me say, these cars are hauling compared to the Sportsman. We're getting about a half second more out of these, if not more. Maybe closer to a full second per lap. Looks like the 65 will loop it on the first lap, which leads to chaos everywhere. The green is back out. Our single file restart. 84 still leads, followed by the 7, and the 96. The Kwong brothers rounding out the top 3. Looks like there's more of a battle back in the pack for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and maybe even 5th. Crisco is driving away from it. The battling potentially being the issue that these drivers are encountering. It's letting the leader get away from them. That is the 7 sideways now. Which does look like it will bring out the caution once more. The green flag is out once again. The 84 leading, followed by the 96 and then the 65. And he just drives away on these restarts. Puff of smoke tells me that the 7 had spun again, but they did not bring out a caution for it. Now the leaders are coming up on him, which might on its own make this interesting, if they can even catch him. Lead is tightening up a little bit. 7 just seeming to have issues with tire temperature, because once you spin these cars once, it is all but impossible to keep traction after that. But the 7 does stay damage free, it looks like. Some cars coming in for tires. It's gonna make decisions important coming up here. Because now we have a factor of pit strategy. This puts the 96 back in the lead. As the green drops again. '65 in second, 80 in third. Wow, and 65 making a more or less bold move here. But he does get the inside of the 96. So if the 84 is back in the third, that is worth noting. He could try to catch these leaders and get his lead back. Oh no, the 65 gets together and it actually looks like the 80 got brought into that some way or another. Looks like he actually got hit trying to avoid the wreck. So having issues enough trying to stop for it. Ooh, and Scotty got him pretty good. Just about every car has damage now. It looks like probably not so much for the 84, who is now back in the lead. A lot of cars coming in for tires and adjustments. It actually does look like the 84 does in fact have damage. On the restart, the 80 leads, having likely the most successful pit stops, or just holding back the most on repairs and tires. Does look like there was another caution. I'm not sure where that was at. But it looks like Scotty was involved somehow. Oh, it looks like he blew an engine again. She seems to be having pretty tough luck with this whole day so far. Both of these doubleheader events. This will leave the 80 in first. '84 tries the top side. And the 80 almost slides up into him. which makes him have to get way out of the gas and let not just the 84 but also the 96 through. And the 84 just drives away with that. So going through some laps that were more or less uneventful, a caution does come out. Let's see exactly what caused it. Looks like the 7 just hardly got into the 80, but it was just the timing was just so poor, neither of them could save the 80. So the 84 still leads when the green drops. 96 followed by 65 in second and third. It looks like the 84's tires have fallen off of a cliff. And the 96 and the 65 are reeling him in very quickly. There's now more or less a fight for the top three. Some comfort room between each of them. Seven staying out of the way of the leaders. Letting them through and have their little battle. Looks like the 84 car doesn't know if it wants to be damaged or not. Oh, and that's Adam Radeski pounding the wall. Loose out of turn 4. The 80 getting into a little scuffle with it, trying to avoid it. Apparently Adam had another turn left in his wheel, so he thought it was pointed straight, and it was still cranked pretty far left. We'll bring the field in again. And on the restart it is 84, 80. And then the number 7. It's actually still a lap down, so it looks like 96 is technically third. It'll be interesting to see the dynamic, given the diversity of setups and how different the damage levels are in each car. And we've seen the 84 drive away on these restarts. He just hooks up. And the rest of the pack's going to have to fend for themselves behind him. The 96 is already catching the 80 pretty quickly. Look at that, the 80 slides way up, and that lets the 96 right through. The 65, bent up as he may be, is right there in the mix. And this is a fight for second and third, so there is a podium spot on the line here. Top two still more or less uneventful, but the podium spot becoming a little bit of a battle. Now 80 again having trouble in turn 1, almost giving 65 some room there. 65 must be down on power because of that last wreck, because you can see he's catching 80 everywhere that doesn't require speed. Maybe he's getting a little more downforce out of the bent hood, but it's sure not helping him on the straightaways. Trying to peep below, and he gets it. The 80 just seems to have a little more exit speed. This is going to get interesting. 80 looks like he has been able to shut the door again. With 14 laps to go, there's no question they will battle it out. Look at this, 65 gaining in some spots where it's not totally realistic to do so. So 65 undoubtedly corners better, especially with the trouble that 80 has in turn 1. The jump that 80, or the 65 rather, tries to make down that straightaway, and it just doesn't happen because, again, the 80 just has more motor. Check in on the leaders. Looks like it's still the same situation. We are likely getting to that point of the race where the 84's tires start to fall off, so we'll see how close the lead ends up being. The 80 gets a little squirrely. There's only 6 laps to go. This is looking problematic. Adam clearly wanting a podium spot, and he has now or never to push. Again, this is a fight for third. 65 extremely close now. 84 followed by 96 in first and second. That doesn't look like it's changing anytime soon. And 65 making a pretty bold statement, forcing 80 to not take his line all the way up to the wall and having to keep the bottom side. So it's like he's more or less officially got a lane, but he does a crossover. Gets a wicked jump on the 80 down the straightaway. Now they are side by side coming into 1 to go. more shot and fail. The 96 in second, the 84 sweeping not just the entire sportsman event, but sweeping the entire doubleheader by also winning the late model division.